Hello and welcome back to Speedhack. I'm Kevin Fallon and Dave Dombrow's behind the lens today. Well, we've got a fun one today. Dave and I are going a little crazy, being locked up, so we're taking this one to an extreme. What are we going to do? We're going to talk about customizing a ride. We've been inspired by the tire stories that we see in mountain biking and off-roading, with the ability to take pressures from very low to very high based on the conditions and what you need to perform well. So what shoe are we going to use for this crazy speed hack idea? Well, there's only one answer as far as we were concerned, the most extreme shoe in the market, the Hoka Ten Nine. This is one extreme shoe, intended for downhill running with proportions like we haven't ever seen before. Heel is actually wider than the forefoot, and it certainly protrudes quite a bit in the back, presumably to assist in downhill running. But we think that it's not quite extreme enough, and we think we can take it a step farther.
All right, so you heard Kevin talk about this idea of adjusting pressure under your foot and being able to adjust the ride. So here's the shoe. How are we actually going to accomplish that? So this is going to be a fun one, and we're going to discover a lot. But the basic idea here is we're going to take this shoe, we're going to cut a wedge pretty much to the midfoot, and a wedge that's maybe about 4 millimeters, 3 millimeters high out of the middle of this shoe. And then we need to insert something of an air bladder, but we need an air bladder that's big enough. So for that, we can't use a standard tube. We need to jump up to a fat tube. So here you have a tube that goes from 4 to 4.9 inches. And what we're going to do is we'll take this tube, we'll measure it, and we'll cut it, and then we'll seal it on both sides. And then we will run the valve, not out of the medial, we'll have to run it out of the lateral side, so there's no rubbing, but we'll basically make a hole, an escape that we can still pump this up, but run it out of the lateral side. So hopefully when we're done, we have a tube that's sealed, that's going all the way to the midfoot, and then let's just adjust the PSI up or down. So basically you will get an active travel scenario here that you'll actually see this thing go up and down like air suspension on a car. It's going to be pretty wild. All right, so here's a sketch that shows what we're thinking about. Let's get to the hack. All right, so we've completed the hack, as you can see here, and now I'm going to take it on the trail and run it at low pressure, run it at high pressure, and see how it affects the ride. All right, so I'm back from the run, and the sensation was very unique underfoot, especially at high pressure. At low pressure, we didn't get quite the same results, but at high pressure, you could feel the bounciness, which was great. On the negative side, it was a little squirrely under the heel. It wasn't quite as stable as we would like. Under low pressure, we did get that stability, but of course, we didn't have the sensation. A couple learnings came from it was as we inflated the bladder, it did get quite round underfoot, which we'd want to be able to control that in the future. It also gave you quite a bit of pitch under high pressure, which we'd want to be able to control the pitch a little bit better going forward as well. So we did get the sensation. We did have some negative effects, but all in all, a great hack and great learnings. All right, thanks for watching and stay tuned for our next Speed Hack.